was Josh Gowling after Hereford's FA Cup exit. What did you make of things out there this afternoon?
Frustrating. I spoke to their captain after. They changed the formation 4 times. The manager said after as well. It was smash and grab really, wasn't it? So, but again, we lost the game 1-0. So frustrating.
Plenty of possession. Again, final third. Execution not quite there.
Yeah, we spoke at the end of the game there. When you're playing as well as we are, eventually something will drop. Eventually, but at the moment it's not. And I think as the games go on, you get more anxious in those areas. But I said to the lads, we need to gamble more. I think when we are putting balls in the box, at times we've got 1 in the box, where we need our 10 in the box, we need our opposite wide man in the box, we need a midfielder in the box. So at the moment we're just not gambling enough. And I said to the lads, if you want to take something away from that game is, when we go Saturday, we need to gamble more when we get in the box.
Also, do you feel you need a few more shots from distance? I mean, the pick of the bunch was Harry Pinchard's, which the goalkeeper made a tremendous save to keep out, but how many other shots were there from that sort of distance?
Yeah, I spoke to the lads, we said at half time actually, we're getting in around the box and it's kind of like we want to score the perfect goal rather than just open out and letting go. But again, it comes back to, you scored 4 goals in the league, I know it's a cup competition, and then you kind of think, oh, should I? So we just got to kind of take the shackles off a little bit and be a bit more creative, and when we do get in around the box, just let go. Once it drops, we'll score goals, but it's just getting that first goal over the line and then we can then kick on from that.
A slight change in formation there today with a bit more of a fluid strike force rather than the direct route. What was your thought process behind that?
Yeah, we just thought, you look at their back 4, eventually a 3. There's no point in going long because they're big, strong boys. So we wanted to play a little bit more and get them moving around, which we did really well at spells. And Ollie held the ball up really well. And then obviously we had Miles come off the line and Toby come off the line. So it worked well in spells. I just want us to be a bit more kind of economical with our passing. So when it does go up to Miles and Ollie and sets back, can we slide balls in between the fullback and centre halves for our wide players getting in on it? And that's the gambling I'm talking about. And at times we did go a bit more direct and wouldn't flick ons, and we didn't really gamble in behind it. So these are the little things that make a massive difference for us. And when we get them right, then we'll score goals.
Do you feel as well that obviously you've matched higher graded opponents for virtually the whole game, that you should take a positive from that?
Yeah, we spoke to the lads. We're out. So there's, in a way, there's no positives from it because you're out of a competition that you want to be in, and financially for the football club, it's fantastic to have a run. But they're sitting in the playoffs in the National League, and if you come to a game, would you know there was a difference in levels? You wouldn't. But what I would say is we've been like that all season. So we're not where we should be in the league, but we are because we've not scored goals, and we've ended up on the end of a 1-0 again. So, we want to score one of them scuffy goals. When we start gambling in the box and something drops, we'll score a scuffy goal. But until we do that, it's going to be difficult.
But what's the situation with still looking for strikers? I mean, is there any sort of movement in that? Are you still looking at free agents?
Well, yeah, we're always looking around, of course. But, if we do bring someone in, then we might have to move some people out to do that, and that's the reality of where we're at. I spoke to a few people and they said, just bring a big striker in who scores loads of goals. Well, give me some money and I'll do it. So that's the reality. So we brought Vic in. Obviously Vic's not fit, so he needs a couple of weeks to get to those levels because he hasn't really had a pre-season. But yeah, we're looking at loans, of course, and obviously we've got Dan in, we've got Ollie. Ollie's loan was up today, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, we've just got to keep persevering. What I would say is, like I said, I went in, we spoke in the dressing room when I was playing. I went in at Kidderminster and we were 10 games without a win, bottom of the league. And then we were playing well, and then all of a sudden we went 23 games unbeaten. So what I would say is, if we're playing bad and we're losing 1-0 every week, then there's a lot of concern. But for me, for those boys, the spirit's high. I think we're playing well. We are getting good areas, and there's just a little bit of fine tuning. And once we do that fine tuning and we really nail it down, we'll go from strength to strength.
I don't know if you've had a chance to look at the winning goal, but
handball.
Some talk about handball.
I thought it was handball.
What did you make of it?
Jazz has cleared it and he set his arm up, and then from that they've scored. So for me, it's handball. I don't. Yeah, he probably can't get his arm out of the way, but the reality is that handball has resulted in the goal. So the keeper's made 2 fantastic saves, and then they've ended up putting it in. But for me, it's handball. But we don't really get those decisions there, do we?
Back to the league then. Restart.
Yeah, we got obviously away from home Saturday now. Be a top opposition. They're doing really well. They've had a real good start. They are direct. So first and foremost, we've got to stand up to that physicality. I think it's a big thing, which we did really well today because they're a big physical side. So we've got to stand up to that. But what we have got to do is have the same mentality. It's easy to play against these kind of teams when they're a league above in the playoffs and it's the FA Cup. So we've got to go there with a an elite mentality, a focused mentality to go. You know, we've set our clear points targets for the next 5 games, so we need to go there and get a win.
Thanks for your time.
Cheers, thank you.